Welcome to Modler's Mods, ladies and gentlemen. So this is another episode of Blaster Chat. Today's topic is YouTube. And more specifically, when people say they want to start a YouTube channel, they always ask in the community, well, what do you think? Well, this is kind of what I think. And I'm going to dispel some myths and rumors about YouTube right now. Okay, let's start with monetization. The most important thing, people do it because they're like, oh, well, I'll get money off of YouTube. Well, I've been in YouTube since 2020. Yeah, it's been that long. I started my channel during the pandemic. Okay. So, in order to get monetized on YouTube, you need about 1,000 subscribers and you need a minimum of 3,000 watch hours. The subscribers, that's the easy part to get. The watch hours isn't. The reason why I say that is the more subscribers you have, the more watch hours you get. And when you start off, you're not going to have hardly any subs. To be honest with you, you may only have, like 25, 30 subs or whatever for your first 3 or 4 videos or whatever, depending on how big of a following you have. Like me, I have no following at all. I'll be honest with you. A lot of people, they come in, they watch my videos, they leave. It is what it is. It doesn't really matter to me. But that's one of the problems with monetization, is that you have to have the watch hours to get there. And some people spend 3 and 4 or 5 years getting those watch hours. That's a long time with running a channel on your own. Point simple. Now, let's talk about product. Okay, some people say that if you want to, one guy actually said, well, I'll just review the blasters that I personally want. Well, that's great, because for like a person like me, if I did that, I would only have like 5 or 6 videos a year, maybe less than that, because there's not many blasters that I particularly need. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of them I would want, but some of them I just don't feel the need to pick up. So you're going to have to get used to buying things you don't want. I know that sounds really foreign and really bad, but to give you an idea, Grimm's Mods and myself, we talk about this all the time to each other. We're constantly looking for content, constantly spending money. Okay. And for example, if I used everything that I showed on my channel, which I don't, I only use like maybe a small percentage of what I actually use. The rest of them, as soon as I get done with them, I either donate them, give them away, or do whatever with them to get rid of them. Okay? Which hasn't worked out so well because I've got many blasters upstairs that need to go. So just saying, if anybody wants to come by and clean me out, I'd be more than happy to let them. Now, with that being said, but that's half the problem, though, is that you're going to have to get used to getting things that you don't want. Okay? And one guy says, well, with YouTube, I get free stuff. Yeah, you do after a certain point. About 5,000 to 10,000 subs, you'll start getting noticed by Dartzern. You'll start getting noticed by Hasbrook. You'll start getting noticed by Xshot, Buzzbee, what have you, So they're more apt to send you product in, yes. But you have to have like 10,000 subs. Okay. And, like I said, the subs are easy, but after a certain point, it just becomes that bad. Like an average blaster, like this one here. This is about $150 to $200 blaster. Okay. The average hobby grade blaster, I guess I'll use that term, is anywhere between 150 to 200 bucks. You can find a couple blasters cheaper than that are decent. And so you'll think, well, maybe I'll just do all cheap product. Yeah, you certainly will, but you'll get no views. You see what I'm saying? And it all goes by views. Okay. So you're going to have to buy things that you're not necessarily going to want. Okay, so afterwards, spending this money, you're going to have to figure out a way to get rid of them. Getting rid of them is not a problem. You can donate them, give away, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Okay, that's one. Another thing is you're not going to get free stuff in the very beginning. Okay. And the reason why I say that is I think I can count on my hand 4 times that I've gotten something for free. So that's saying a lot right there. And that's not counting parts, that's actual whole blasters. I've gotten like 4 blasters for free, 3 or 4 for nothing as gratises. Everything else I paid for. Okay, the blasters that I got for free was I got a S100S Blase. I got a knockoff ECS10 from X-Toy-Z, and I got some weird rocket launcher looking thing from some seller on Amazon, and I got a string shot from FFW for free. It is what it is. And then I've gotten several parts from like Saber Blasters for free or at a greatly reduced price. And that's just it. Some companies will say, well, we're not going to send you a blaster, but yet we'll give it to you at a discount. That's good too, because then at least you're getting a discount. You see what I'm saying? The other problems that you're going to have is when you get monetized, people are going to say, wow, well, great, I'll monetize. I'll get $1,000 a month. No, you won't. To give you an idea, YouTube will cut you a check for every $100 you make. Okay? So let's say during the month of December, the month that just left, December, let's say you made $80. YouTube's not going to send you a check in January. Now they'll probably send you one in February because they're going to take January's or December or January's earnings and put them together. On an average, people make, like myself or Ryan Burnell, aka Grimm's Mods, we make about $100 a month, if that. I mean, Ryan told me his last check for December was less than $100. So $100 in this community is really nothing. What is $100? That's just some parts. That's springs, that's brass, that's barrels. That's it. And you say, so what are the benefits? There really is none. Okay, there really is none. Aside from the ability that I get to talk to you fine people. You just have to realize that doing YouTube, it's about several things. One, you have to have deep pockets to do it. Okay, you're going to have to buy things you don't want. You're going to have to actually do research and find products all the time. Like I spend, I'm not kidding you, 60 hours a week or more just looking for new content. Okay, all the time. I'm constantly looking. You can ask anybody that knows me personally. That's all I do. That's another part of it. It's very, very hard. And you guys are going to say, well, I could do cheap reviews or whatever. Yes, you certainly could. But then you may not get views. Another thing that will get you less views is, let's say you review a blaster that has been out for a while. And when I say out for a while, like a year or two, you're not going to get hardly any views. If it's a Hasbro blaster, you'll get no views. I mean, I reviewed a blaster one time from Hasbro, and it was a really nice blaster, and I got like 30 views. The blaster cost me $50 for 30 freaking views. So I made no money. Is what it is. But that's exactly how it is. So the only way that you're going to get decent views once you get monetized is to, one, show people stuff they've never seen or hardly ever see. That's why I show a lot of Chinese blasters, because most people, they won't buy them. I will. I don't care. I'll buy whatever it is I see fit, because it's my channel. You know what I mean? It's my own destiny. I can do what I want with it. But that's the whole problem, is that people will say, well, you've got deep pockets. Well, you have to have deep pockets in this community. People in this community are under this aversion that, they start a YouTube channel and 3 days later they're going to start making bazillions of dollars. Ain't going to happen. don't give a hell who you are or what lie they're telling you. Trust me, it ain't going to happen. It takes time to grow a good channel from the ground up. It really does. I mean, look at Nerf Talk. He was in the community for a long time, in the YouTube community. He left, okay, or he's semi-retired now, or whatever. I'm not sure. But look at him. He still wasn't monetized. Every blaster on his channel came out of his own pocket. That shit gets expensive after a while, and if you're reviewing blasters that people have already seen, you're not going to get any views. That's why, I try to review the newest and greatest and latest, or stuff that nobody has ever seen. Such as I could put this blaster up against a Nerf Raven. This blaster would get about 300 views. Okay. The Nerf Raven might get about 30. Unless it was like the rare variant of it or something like that, but you're not going to get any reviews from Hasbro unless you're the first one to review it. Okay, yes, there's a value of being first in situations like that. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't, And like I said, it's very hard. You just got to get used to buying things you don't want. You're going to have to get used to reviewing many different products every day. You're going to have to get used to looking for things. You're going to have to get used to actually going out and contacting these companies. And there is no handbook on who to contact and how to contact. You just kind of have to do what I did and just muddle along. To be honest with you, I mean, I'm just lucky that I like to talk to people. That's just it. People in the community, some of them I absolutely love to talk to, like the Singaporeans. They're awesome. The Taiwanese, they're fabulous people. Same with the Aussies and same with the Chinese. To me, and it's weird that I feel more comfortable with the Singaporeans, the Taiwanese, the Chinese, and the Australians than I do about talking to the people in the United States that I know. And I live in the United States. So, but when you do a YouTube channel, you have to consider all these things. You have to consider buying things that you don't want. You're going to have to consider things, always looking for content. You're always going to have to be putting up fresh videos over and over and over again. And once you get monetized for the first year or two, you're not going to make hardly anything. You'll barely make enough money to cover your cell phone bill every month. Seriously. But in any event, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching my episode of Blaster Chat on YouTube and monetization and such. And until next time, this is Miller's Mods signing off.